Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome you back to another episode of our mini Let's Play in Surviving the Aftermath. Things have been going pretty well so far, but that might all take a turn for the worse. We have these bandits waiting at the gates, and I just want to mention to you, for full transparency, this session is actually being recorded in two parts. This first part is just dealing with this event, and I had to record that back to back with the previous session because I actually can't save the game when there's an event in progress. So we're going to do this really quickly, and then I will continue recording after the previous episode releases so that I can look at all your comments and, take all that into account as well with regards to what we do next, not just with the episode, but the series as a whole. Let's find out what this is about, shall we? Oh boy. The bandits are carrying weapons and donning armor, which leaves no doubt of their intentions. The leader of the group, a man whose companions not even dare look at, steps forward. Nice. Sweet place. Got any extra stuff there for us humble wastelanders? Oh boy, okay, so I could either give them plenty of food, but that's like proper food, right? So we don't have that. Give them some resources, a little bit of money to pay them off, right? We have plenty of currency. I'm kind of glad we didn't end up going to the science fair last session. And potentially, I don't know what's there, right? I don't know what happens at the science fair, but we could have potentially just lost all of our money there and then would have been in this situation down here instead. Tell them to come and take it. We'll just give them some resources and let them be on their way. We do not have the defenses set up right now for, for this. Right? Do we? No, we don't. We don't. We're gonna lose people. We're gonna lose people, and that would be foolish of us to openly allow when we have such a surplus of wealth. So fine. Here, listen. Take some of these coins and just be on your way. The leader makes a deep theatrical bow. Much appreciated, my good folk. Looks like we'll be visiting your establishment in the future as well. Bandits gather their spoils and turn away. We're safe. For now. That's okay. They think we're easy pushovers. They think we're an easy source of income for their... God knows what their operations can be called. But the next time they come here, we'll be prepared. Lesson learned, right? Lesson learned. So we're done here. Away with you, foul bandit scum. And that's it for this part of this recording. Like I said, I'll be reading all your comments from the last session. I wonder how many of you saw that conclusion coming to this, that cliffhanger from last session. But folks, clearly, money is a bit of a problem solver, providing a solution to all sorts of problems. I was really worried about that event because I wasn't sure what our options were going to be for a sort of, pacifist route. I was very worried that, again, this Let's Play is supposed to be a mini Let's Play, but I thought it might be brought to a premature end. Fortunately, it wasn't. Fortunately, we were able to thwart those bandits. And on the topic of ends and, premature ends, I feel like episode 8 is a weird number to end on, isn't it? Let's at least take this to episode 10. Again, this is in response to all of your comments from the previous episode and episodes prior, from all of you, talking in the Discord and, some of you on Twitter as well, expressing your interest in this series. I've been enjoying the game, you've been enjoying the series, so why not let's keep it going for at least a little bit longer, take us to that episode 10, a nice round number, and then we can do another regroup and, see what we're feeling like. So again, if you're interested in seeing more, keep those likes and comments coming. I know I say this all the time, but it's because it does directly impact what I do on the channel. So yeah, keep it coming. Let me know if you would like to see even more. But for now, I think, 10 episodes. So the next two will be on Thursday and Friday to continue this to its conclusion. Now, on the topic of solving problems, there are some problems that money can't solve, and I'm thinking primarily about our concrete situation. Kind of took me by surprise. I'm not gonna lie how quickly we ended up in this situation. And just as a reminder, if we take a look at the trade screen and the various colonies that we're able to trade with, none of them produce concrete. At least none of them produce concrete at a decent enough level that they're willing to export it. So yeah, we're gonna have to find, or rather we're going to have to secure the extraction of concrete within these lands. Now, fortunately, there are a couple of concrete ruins that we can take advantage of. And I did see a comment that was along the lines of, what happens if you run out of concrete completely? How do you deal with it if there's no one willing to trade it? I think the reality is that, there's at least we've seen 3 deposits, I think, of concrete underground ruins, and each of those is 3,000 concrete. I believe the game is balanced in such a way that, again, I'm just guessing here, but I believe it's balanced in a way that you would never need more than, 6 or 9,000. Like, if you end up needing more than 6 to 9,000 concrete, you might have done something wrong. I don't know. I don't know, because yes, what happens when these deposits run out? Is that a likelihood? Is that something that happens, in a regular or average game of surviving the aftermath? I hope we don't have to find out. Let me put it that way. But to that effect, we are working on a couple of technologies. We should be able to start extracting concrete again pretty soon. Unfortunately, not soon enough to complete the construction of this second tenement. But I do hope. How funny would it be? How hilarious would it be if the oh my god, yes, they do. The construction of the concrete extractor requires concrete. So we're gonna have to okay, we might actually, you know what? I might actually cancel the construction on these 2 tenements. Here I thought I was gonna get ahead of the curve, get ahead of the situation, and ensure that we have housing if we have another population boom. But instead, we find ourselves again in desperate need of concrete just to be able to acquire concrete. Sort of a cycle over there, and it makes perfect sense. Just be forewarned, have some concrete set aside for these, final constructions, or for at least one of them. Because I do believe there's no concrete left in the world. We checked relatively thoroughly, I would say, and found that there's no concrete left, at least in the currently discovered world. There are a couple of spots that need scouting, but obviously we can't wait that long before we take some actions over here. So with that said, yes, let's go ahead. I'm glad I kind of checked those boxes, so to speak. Let's go ahead and cancel these constructions now. Because they haven't been built, I would imagine the materials are returned in full to our storage areas. It would be a bit silly if that wasn't the case. So I do hope that's the case. And with that said, I think we're good to hit play. I believe so. Let's go ahead and move forward. Now, apart from concrete, again, just as a reminder, there are a couple of other issues here and there as well. As you can see, we are low on clothes, we're low on tools, so we want to make sure we stay on top of all of that. And fortunately, right as I'm saying all that, Wind Power 2 has been researched, and we can get to work on industrial mining. Again, 2 days and 14 hours. It is a time-consuming tech to research, but don't really have an option there. We can also then later on improve the production speed, which is something I might want to invest in. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Maybe get that sooner rather than later. Though I am also thinking about, food. I have been told that, where are they? Where did you go? What was I looking for here? No, not the ranch. Not the insect farm. My apologies. It was... Oh, yeah, the mess hall. Sorry, didn't think it would be under chef training. The mess hall apparently is a pretty solid source of food, so something to consider as well, rushing towards that. We are fairly close. Maybe we get, animal husbandry or aquaculture or something along the way so we can get even more fish coming. Relying on one type of food is a terrible idea. And food has still been a bit of an issue, I would say. Again, the soybeans kind of came to our rescue, I would say, last session, where we weren't really starving, but we were certainly seeing food reserves dropping very quickly. And fortunately, we had a harvest, and the harvestable crops, as you can see, are listed separately. But what happens if you're relying on the harvestable crops and you get hit by a fallout or a heat wave, and they all wither away and die, right? You cannot rely on one type of food. So I would like to maybe increase our reliance on fish. We have a fair few bodies of water that are as yet untapped. I think that would be a good idea. And I would also take a look at maybe getting another trapper as well, though I'm a bit more hesitant about that because we need more colonists, right? It's that balancing act, and I'm really hoping we either have more births coming up or we have people arriving at the colony very soon, because I would happily take either of the two. I feel like I would very happily take either of the two. We need some more people out there. Now Scrappa over here, he's got a lot of parts. Another thing that we don't really have that much of. He's got himself, so he's got some parts, plastics, and medicine. I could pick up some more medicine en route. He's a little hurt already. I could pick up some more parts en route and then come back to Partyville. The vehicle's up over here, so it could kind of pick everybody up if he comes back to here. We don't need science points that desperately. And now with the car up and running, it does completely change the landscape. So let's go ahead and pull back towards these parts, and hopefully in the next, couple of cycles, we'll be able to get all these guys back to Partyville. Just as a reminder, we are carrying quite a bit in this car right now. There's a lot of metal, plastic, food, and fruits, and tools as well. And we should be picking up some more food here and there. And I believe you're also grabbing some jerky, and you're grabbing some jerky as well, right? Or you've already grabbed some jerky, rather. So a good bit of food coming back home should, again, provide us a bit of a buffer before things go horribly sideways. Satoshi continues onwards to bring us tools, and then hopefully the the science fair. I mean, if we can go with Satoshi, then why not, right? Fitting, I suppose. It was funny. There was a comment for the last session. It's like, wow, we went through a whole hour and we still didn't engage with the science fair. It's like, yeah, there was just so much other stuff going on. I was desperately, perhaps, overreacting to the food situation, not realizing that the harvest would come through. But I'd rather play it safe than sorry when it comes to food. Oh, you know what? Mishka should actually be staying at camp. Because Mishka's a leader, it's been pointed out to me as well, they would improve efficiency back at home. So Mishka being all the way out over here is kind of pointless, actually. He has better uses, and as we learned, we should definitely have specialists back at home, basically at all times. So maybe after we scout this, just because he's already up there, we'll scout this one and bring Mishka back to Partyville. I think that's the way to do it. Otherwise, let's see. So food is okay. The water. Now, water. Many of you have pointed out that maybe we should just establish more wells, and I think, yeah, at this point, it's well worth our time and resources. No, it's not 20 concrete. Holy, right? Soon, soon. I could get. Nope, we don't have any carriers, so that's unfortunate. The greenhouse, it's because the other greenhouse is completed, right? Yeah, someone gets automatically assigned. This one's growing. This one, let's go ahead and assign more soybeans. Again, it's a high yield, that low resilience, which is why it's not a bad idea. Well, actually, they're protected. Yeah, so that's why they should be in the greenhouse. High yield, low resilience, they'll stay safe. Let's plant these soybeans over here and over here. Meanwhile, this should be potatoes now, because again, potatoes are lower yield, but they have better survivability in a worst case scenario. We have a few more fields coming out over here as well, but obviously waiting for a carrier to be able to deal with that. I think I want to reduce the efficiency of food production, but honestly at this point, it might be not the worst idea. Right now as well, most people are probably still eating raw meals, which is hurting their nourishment. And just to point out, because I think I pointed this out last session, but just to make it more clear, when malnourishment drops down, you get hit by a different set of problems than if hunger drops all the way down. Malnourishment causes different issues to starvation, which is pretty cool. I think that's really cool, actually. Not a lot of games distinguish between eating and eating well, right? So I thought that was a neat touch. And again, that's my understanding of this bar, and I hope we never have to find out, but that's my understanding of this bar over here. Now, Jacob, you look... I see, been there. A lifetime of hardship has made the body sturdy and durable. I was like, why do you have 120 health? That's why. I love the little traits. It really does make them all stand out, doesn't it? We're not trading right now, so that's all good. We've got one forester. It's been advised that I maybe get a second forester, but right now I'm thinking I get rid of both foresters. We have enough planks. You know what? In fact, we have a nice number of planks. Let's go ahead and get one of you off of that. We're making clothes. Are we making tools? Slowly but surely. We do have a fair bit of metal from that trade that came through. We are also still picking up metal over here. My hope is that this will get emptied out pretty quickly, and we'll establish our metal excavation up over here. As soon as industrial mining is done, we'll settle that up over here. There's a lot of pollution going on, and our concrete will be pulled from over here. Again, a little bit away from where people are living, and hopefully it won't be that much of a polluting factor. Down over here, though, this is still being cleaned up. I almost wonder if I shouldn't leave this be for now. and go ahead and drop this down up over here, because a lot of people are working in the area and there's a lot of pollution in the area. This should also be more efficient because people are walking a shorter distance. And just as a reminder, there's the underground plastic over here as well. So this can be a bit of an industrial hub, and I'm glad that's worked out this way. This can be a bit of an industrial hub. We also have a new adult. I wish I had clicked that before it went away. Now we'll never know what they're like, and that's unfortunate. I like knowing... again, some of you will know if you're familiar with the channel already, but if you're not, I like getting attached to colonists, to characters, to our citizens, or what have you in a city building game or a colony management game. So I would have liked to know what kind of person they ended up being. But alas, it was not to be. You'll pick up 9 a day over here, so it'll still take you 4 days. And you'd pick up 4 a day. Wow. It'll take you almost 5 days. That's big. Oh no, it says scavenge time 4. And for you, scavenge time 3. Plus the 1 from getting there. You also have the plus 1 from getting there. Okay, well here's what I'm thinking. Food is no longer as urgent an issue as it once was. I say that, but we've very quickly dropped from 200 to not 200. Do we hop into the car and pull it back home? These parts, we do need parts, for sure, and Scrappa's the one with the parts. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Let's see if this works out. Let's go ahead and get Defina into the car. Can I not? There we go, into the car. The car is going to come all the way down to here. Alright. See if I've got this right. Scrappa is going to hop into the car, drop the parts off, right? So these two are now in here. They're both also very hurt, let's not forget. And now the car could make its way back to the city. I could leave one of them behind. In fact, I think that's what I'll do. Let's go ahead and drive up to here, just so we're a bit closer. Scrappa's going to hop out, take care of this. Or no, you know what? Defina's going to hop out and take care of this, because she can keep scavenging. Scrappa and the other two will drive back. Mishka's a little too far away for the car to pick up, I think. Jin, though, as soon as she's able to, she'll pick up one of these other vehicles and bring it back as well. I think that'd be quite helpful. Mishka, I know I said I'd scout with him. Is that still? Yeah, fine, let's do it. He's right up here. Let them scout up over here. Ooh, some tools, some firewood. We are bringing tools back already. There are tools in the vehicle already, so I'm not in a kind of rush scenario for that. So let's start pulling him back towards Partyville, I suppose. And if the car has to step out to reach him, then he'll be reducing the gap as well. Over here, tools, again, do I really need to? Got 20. Let's do it. He's en route, it's not going to cause him any damage, it just postpones our arrival for the science fair over here, that's all. That's all, not the end of the world. 2 carriers now, though. And what's the tool production looking like? Again, it's reliant on metal, it takes a fair bit of time. 2 a day is the prediction, but then those 2 are more durable, so hopefully that adds some longevity. The tailor over here, meanwhile, waiting for a worker. Where are you? Don't be lazy. Oh, now we're waiting for a harvest over here as well. Not a very big yield, is it? Water's also... Again, as more people hit adulthood and stuff like that as well, I figure that's gonna be an issue. Well, be an issue, you know what I mean. Get rid of this warning over here. I'm well aware we're low on clothes. None breaking today, but soon enough they will start to break. These also need to be cleaned up over here. I believe we have 2 workers at this maintenance depot. Why isn't it highlighting? Oh, there we go. One's over here, probably taking a nap. Where's the other? Where is the other? Both probably taking a nap then. I wouldn't expect them to be kind of roaming anywhere else. Once the specialists come back as well, by the way, we're going to do a bit more scouting in the area. I love seeing these happy faces pop up. I wish this overall happiness would change, though. One person is starving. We'll go grab a meal. It's also been advised that I actually establish a second cookhouse, which probably not a bad idea at all. We're still not out of firewood, and I do believe we saw people were bringing firewood over without needing to have someone working here. If I'm not mistaken. In fact, I believe that's exactly what that person just did. Okay, wonderful. Good to have. It's always nice when answers come immediately after the question is posed. Production started. These guys are waiting for builders. You're still growing. You're still growing. Okay, cool. Very cool, very cool. I think we're able to pick up the pace a little bit. Let's go ahead and do that. Double speed. Our eyes on our specialists as well. And again, I would like to go, yes, scouting out with them. Now, the venison over here has all been cleared out, but there is still some berries that can be picked up, which is all good. And I do wonder if there, again, the fog of war or the fog of apocalypse. Man. Can't say the word apocalypse without Beetlejuicing an apocalypse, I suppose. Nuclear fallout. Oh boy. The horizon starts turning from blue to toxic green, and the air seems to burn your lungs. Wondrous. These are the first signs of the impending danger. Intense radiation is a constant threat to colonists, buildings and crops withering and dying during a nuclear fallout. New seeds cannot be planted before it's over. Severe cases of radiation sickness and thirst take their toll on everyone. So harvest crops before they wither, stockpile iodine pills to treat radiation sickness quickly, build more medic tents or assign more workers to existing ones to help those who are in need, and build outhouses to reduce the amount of sick colonists. Now, we have a lot of pills, which is good, so that's promising. In terms of how much of a harvest we have right now, we have a few more harvestable crops. Again, fishing, oh, you know what? I can't remember if fishing stops as well during a nuclear fallout. No mention of power being cut, so that's good. I was really worried that like it'd be like, oh yeah, you know, as the air thickens, or you know, there's a nuclear winter or what have you, power generation stops. I don't know. I was worried. Okay, I was worried. Okay, so we'll have a day to prepare for this. Harvest crops before they wither. Fair enough. Stockpile pills. Okay. Medics. I think we're okay with our medical like capabilities. I hope I'm not. I don't know. Hope I'm not jinxing myself here. All right. Well. Let's get to work over here. Small field completed. Is there any point in planting right now? I don't think so. I'll be honest, I don't think so. Let's pause these constructions, in fact. Let's slow things down a little bit while I just take stock of everything. Again, these guys should be fine. The soybeans, fortunately, will be okay because they're protected in the greenhouses. So these really did come in right on time. Over here, we can wait a little bit. One day before catastrophe strikes. But if we wait, how bad could it be? How bad could it be? Now, it's not that crops will definitely wither. It's that they can wither. I say we go ahead and harvest the soybeans over here. Then we can unassign this person so they can work on other stuff. And we can hopefully rely on these greenhouses doing their bit to keep food production, you know, at least somewhat going. Again, specialists will be coming back. They'll be able to go on hunts and stuff as well, so I guess I'm not too worried about it. A little concerned, but not extremely concerned. Specialists are ready for action. Not extremely concerned. I'm lying to myself, aren't I? Defina, let's get you out over here, because again, she's an actual scavenger, so it'll be quicker for her. Pick stuff up, it should be at least. Right, ooh, picked up some currency there as well, so that's good. And I think Scrappa, let's bring you back home. Baron can also drop off some of his stuff. He's also a little injured. Yeah, you know what, maybe we do start bringing people home a little bit. Bring you in here. Drive you over to here, I suppose. Hopefully it's close enough for Kensei here. I always remember her name is Kiara, and then I know it's not that, but for some reason, I don't know why, it's so far off. But hopefully we can scoop her up here as well, and then they can all come to Partyville together. Mishka's ready to move as well. Let's go ahead and keep pulling you down here, buddy. And again, there's a last bit of food over here if I feel like it's desperately needed, especially as this fallout hits us. Oh boy. All right, we're good here. Back to here. Yeah, I think I'm okay with our circumstances. Let's go ahead and harvest everything right now. Cultivating still over here, harvesting over here. Oh no, you can't fall sick right now. Can't fall sick right now. Harvest you as well. Part of me was tempted to test out some of these potatoes and their so-called resilience. But what I'll do is I want to try and harvest everything right now, and then we can go ahead and try and plant a new batch and see how they perform. Like over here. You know what? Let's go ahead and say plant some potatoes. This is our test field. Plant some potatoes. We'll see how it does during the fallout. More meals being prepared. Do we need more firewood? I should hope not. We're still okay. Still very okay. I could also change the recipe, by the way, because we do have meat. We have a fair bit of venison. I believe if we switch to a Ah, interesting. So nutrition is... interesting. You know what? I wonder if the vegetable meal doesn't take care of malnutrition, because the mixed meal specifically says, contain all colonists... Wait. This is a hilarious typo. Unless I'm reading it wrong. A mixed meal includes both meat and vegetables and contain all colonists to avoid malnutrition. I think what it means is it contains everything a colonist needs to avoid malnutrition. But that is perhaps one of the funniest errors in writing you could have, because to me it implies that it includes meat and vegetables and colonist parts, which helps avoid malnutrition, which is obviously not what's going on, right? I hope. Still lacking barriers, eh? Man, this is far from ideal. Far from ideal. Could I reduce, perhaps? Yes, let's maybe stop obtaining planks, at least momentarily. I also want to make sure that after some of these harvests are done, planting corn, you know what? Stop it. Collect water instead. I assume that's gonna take a hit. I wonder if I should build another storage, but storage also takes concrete, doesn't it? It doesn't. Okay. Go ahead and establish you down over here. Get that going, make some more room for storage so that when they're collecting the water, it's actually being stored somewhere. Again, hopefully one of our specialists will come back and we can force them to build this, like just order them to build it right away. That'll be good. The no tools warning is throwing me off. Congratulations to new parents. Lucas was born. Lucas, buddy, what do you like? Healthy, nice, faster injury recovery, and colony born. Wonderful to have a kid who's not, lazy or sloth or whatever other negative traits we've seen so far. Specialists are almost ready to come through. Let's go ahead and pick up the pace a little bit. Just a touch. Down over here, what's going on? And honestly, fine. Until this gets built, let's not focus on water collection because it's pointless. I know this going back and forth is going to be what kills me in the end. Still harvesting these potatoes. Waiting for cultivation. No, soybeans are weak. So there's no point bothering with them right now, unless they're in the greenhouses. So growing over here. Now the yield is obviously smaller than when our large field brings its yield in, but I'll take, whatever I can get. Specialists are ready for action as well. What do we got? You're still busy scavenging, it looks like. Fair enough. Mishka's up over here, able to get down to there. I don't think this vehicle... Ooh. Close, but no cigar. Close, but no cigar. Here's what I'm thinking then. How far can you reach? You're just short, eh? Okay, let's go ahead and get the vehicle. Get the vehicle up to here. Go ahead and get Baron. Return to Partyville. He'll heal up and do the construction I need him to. And the vehicle can continue up this way to pick Mishka up sooner rather than later. They'll probably pick up like somewhere over here, right? And then bring them both back. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Jin, meanwhile, over here. Let's go ahead and hop into another car. Bring that back as well. I think is not a terrible idea. Maybe even pick up some components en route. I don't think it's necessary just quite yet, but it definitely is on my mind. And I think we can also pick up the speed a little bit. I don't know if I can't recall now if I mentioned it or if I interrupted myself with talk of the recipe we were going to use. But it has been suggested that I actually build a second cookhouse to ensure that more of our colonists are eating cooked food rather than raw food. So that's not a terrible idea either, but I want to keep an eye on, of course, how many carriers and stuff we have left. So these constructions have been paused, and that's okay. Planting potatoes over here, that's our test group, I suppose. Not wasting workers over here, harvesting over here, still a little bit left. And back to planting over here, which again was my dilly-dallying, and we'll see how that plays. Waiting for cultivation, let's not. Right, there's no reason to. Oof, I don't know. Don't know. This is still being built. I really do wonder if I shouldn't build another one. Let's go for it. That. Down like this instead. Come on. There we go. Just because it was going to eat at me otherwise. Alright, good stuff. Pick up the pace a little bit. This metal's looking good. Tools are like immediately being produced and they're breaking like right away. We need to overcome that that rate of production. If I take a look at research, by the way, after industrial mining is done, can we look at craftsmanship perhaps? Improved production speed. Yeah, I think we'll need to do that. 15 hours. Not bad. I think we'll do that after industrial mining is done. And I do hope we have enough concrete for a concrete excavator. If not, we've kind of like shot ourselves in the foot. We'd have to dismantle something else. It's not the end of the world, but it is something to concern ourselves with. Getting too close to radiation, we're all about to. Wow, timing. timing. That is not good. I mean, these constructions don't really matter all that much anymore. Baron, we'll get you working on one anyway. Fine, water is going to be a bit of an issue. Let's see if we start collecting water over here. All right, of course, the fallout means we're not collecting water from water collectors. Now, have you all contaminated? Wait for the catastrophe to end. Okay, so it just stops. Fair enough. Lesson learned. It just stops. We managed to harvest most of the food, so that's good. That's good. Let's get you out of there, and you're all good. Okay, good stuff. You as well. We've got people working these. These guys are almost done growing, so food I'm feeling pretty good about then, in that case. Food I'm feeling pretty good about. Water, though. There's that situation we're in, right, with regards to concrete. Now, fortunately, we have a fair bit of water saved up, which is great. But it's not until we get more concrete that we'll be able to make more water collection methods. Again, 20 concrete. Unless I destroy someone's house, and again, we are basically, we're full up as far as shelter space is concerned. We are full up. So that's not really an option. Specialists are ready to move again, so that's good. Get you into this vehicle here. We'll bring it back home for repairs as well. I can't believe there's no concrete. There's another vehicle here as well, but of course we can only collect one at a time. Where is Partyville in relation to where we are right now? Quite a distance to go, isn't it? Quite a distance to go. You can get into the vehicle right now. Excellent. Let's get you in there. And if you truly improve efficiency, then that is only good things for us. Pull you over to here. We don't need to use the emergency meat supply yet. Okay, there we go. Kensai with the jerky. Start bringing you back as well. You can just walk back. Satoshi is ready to move. Yes, he is. Let's move him towards the science fair. We have a fair bit of money we can use for that, so that's all well and good. Back to the town we go. Yes. And it is so green. It's like it's very like nuclear green, isn't it? It's the right kind of green. See, again, I feel like scrap metal collection has stopped. And again, I feel like I have to click this and drop this for it to start working normally again. I just don't know. That seems to be the case, at least. Seems to be the case. Alright. Negative 21. Well, will that last long enough? Will that last long enough? Almost certainly not. Industrial mining is close to being done. Beware of intense radiation and heavy rain. Yeah. Not water that it's raining, is it? Pick up the pace a little bit. Let's go ahead and... I mean, again, it's not... We're not looking for... Why am I seeing all these smiley faces? People are like... about ready to die, right? We can go and explore, though. Let's see if there's concrete to be found anywhere. We're moving in pairs, just in case things go sideways and there's a creature out there that might attack one of our specialists, which is a thing, by the way. It is a thing. So let's move them in pairs and just see if we can't find some concrete. Metal scrap over here. Moving, keep moving. Oof, nasty. Rare metals over here, good stuff. Pollution over here. I was wondering where we'd find a rare metal deposit. More pollution, more pollution. I'm immensely worried about our circumstances. Colonists are irradiated. You know what we need to do? A group of survivors arrived at the gate. Now is not the right time for that. Now is not the right time for that at all. Make sure you guys are staying on top of things. Oh, man. Well, we'll let them in, obviously. We have to be excellent to each other. They're going to be homeless for a little while, is my only concern. We might have enough plastic and stuff to build an emergency shelter. But let's see what we can do for them. We're not going to abandon people. I feel like this is just prolonging the inevitable. We need plans to build ships and set sail across the sea. It can't be like this everywhere. Wallaby, a scavenger. Oh, excellent. Wasn't I just talking about us needing more scavengers, like maybe last session or 2 sessions ago? He was already a wanderer long time before everyone else. He's used to getting by with whatever he could find, whether it meant building shelter, gathering tools, or collecting valuables. This makes him an excellent scavenger, though working with others still makes him feel a bit uncomfortable. Fair enough, man, fair enough. Some fuel, some tools, some canned fruit, and some of the pills that we're gonna need. 4 children, 2 elders, and 1 adult. Again, we must be excellent. We'll accept them. It's a very large number of people arriving, though. 3 colonists are homeless. Okay, that's actually not as bad as I was expecting it to be. An emergency shelter will take care of more than just them, and in that case we can just do a tent. We'll need to do a pair of tents. We could do the emergency shelter. It needs just 2 concrete. And again, it'll give us some wiggle room as well in case some of the kids become adults at the same time. Go ahead and put this down where over here for now, I think. Yep, let's do it. Get you working on it. Hey, this guy's come through injured, eh? Interesting. What's going on over here? Meanwhile, we can't let this fall behind. Maybe there's a nice blank space over here. Maybe that'll be worth something. Oh, dear. I want to make sure we get concrete so we can build... wells before anything else. Well, maybe not before the concrete extraction. 18 colonists are irradiated. Oh my god, this is bad. This is bad. Wow, that is not good. That's a lot rougher than I was expecting. That's a lot rougher than I was expecting. Bring you back as well. Let's go. Oh, jeez. Hear this nonsense? I was wondering. I thought I saw his health drop a little bit. I was like, what's going on over here? There's some venison to be had from these small rat beetles. Okay, fair enough. Not the thing we need most urgently. Go back over here. Nothing yet, eh? Nothing yet. I think we're actually too far on this side. More plastic trash over here. Some planks to be found over here. What about up over here? Let's see. 23 colonists are irradiated. Wow. Again, I don't know how quickly that kills versus something else. This is not good. Research is almost done. Oh, yeah, there we go. Excellent. Glad I checked. So these guys are immediately going to pick up some concrete. There's some planks up over here as well. So you know what? Let's go ahead and move your work area up over here. Lots of concrete over here, actually. Definitely glad I checked. I wish I'd scouted sooner. But it is what it is. Research has been completed as well. Let's go ahead and kick off the research of the aquaculture, I think, right now. Start with that a day in 3 hours. I am looking at things like boring methods and stuff as well. But they do need power. And quite a few other things to construct as well. For now, let's go ahead with aquaculture. Again, change our, or maintain a variety of things we rely on. No, you know what? No. Sorry. I take it back. I take it all back. With craftsmanship, it's fast, it's cheap, and then we'll do aquaculture, which takes a little bit longer. Well, quite a bit longer, actually. Craftsmanship first. Yep. I'm tense. I don't know if you can tell in my voice. I'm stressed. I don't know if we're going to come out of this unscathed. We're running low on water as well, which is a problem over here, of course. Food is still being cooked, waiting for a worker to harvest. Well, let's get to it, shall we? The water shortage, damn. That's not good. That's not good at all. Worker's gonna start coming back now. Let's see. What is it? Ooh, Max became an adult. Let's see. Where is our... That was a large wind turbine. Where is the concrete extractor? It requires 5 concrete. Okay, so not that bad. Not that bad. We have everything we need. Yep. Put you down over here. Yes, let's do it. Don't tell me you won't fit. Of course not. Of course not. Things are just a little too close with this generator over here. I would expect the footprint to be exactly on point, but I guess not. Let's go ahead and demolish this, unfortunately, and then we'll have to replace it. Mishka is up over here, still picking up concrete. Up over here, let's go ahead and get you over here. And let's get to work on this. Concrete extractor. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's not gonna... This little corner over here. What is this? This is the forester. I'll have to move the forester. Or at least rotate it. Okay, you know what? Before we do all that, let's go ahead and get some wells down. More pressing needs. Let's get a water well down where? Over here. No, let's go ahead up over here where we have the collection units already. Go one down up over here. 0% efficiency. Too close, right? On 80% somewhere. 79, 86. Okay. Get to work up over here. Where are we? Get to it. That'll help a little bit. Not nearly enough. And 43%, 41. Ooh, here we go. 100 here somewhere. There's 100 here somewhere. There it is. Now 90 something still gives us 10, but I imagine it's a bit slower to produce that 10. Put you down right over here. Okay, Baron. I'm gonna get you to build that, buddy. If I can find it again. There it is. Hurry up, 31 colonists are irradiated. I'm there being taken care of, but is it happening quickly enough? Specialists ready for action. Good stuff. Get this car continuing to come back. There's another car. Jeez. Actually a lot of cars out there. Toshi, keep you moving towards the science fair. Maybe there's concrete there. Let's get you coming back with all these parts as well. All hands on deck back at the colony right now. Oh dear. Okay, this is also useless right now. Let's go ahead and move you up to here as well. This is why scouting is important. We're a recycler, so over here for the plastic. Cool. Think you got too close to some radiation. Kind of hard not to right now. Still have lots of firewood, still have lots of planks. That's good, that's promising. We could, however... Alright, of course, we got rid of the generator over here, so we have to adjust that. Demolish the forester as well. We kind of have to, I suppose. Still bringing more concrete back. I want to put it down over here. There are other areas as well that I suppose I could build the concrete excavator at, but this is so close to us. And it is really a bummer. I wish I'd known its footprint before. I'd assume that it would just stay in the area, but no, of course, that's not the case. Concrete extractor. There, we can put you down like this. Because this is locked. There's no other place to put it, right? We can't do anything about that. Go ahead and make sure we get the transformer down as well. Up over here, I suppose, should do the trick. Lots of useless overlap, though, which I don't like. Maybe out over here. The overlap with this transformer should push the power further on. Cover more ground. Pop you down over here. Yeah, pop that down over there. Guys are still bringing back concrete. We're good. Let's actually get Mishka, get you working on this. Let's get you working on this. Hopefully we'll see full coverage over here. Otherwise that'll be very unfortunate and upsetting, to say the least. 26 colonists are irradiated. It looks like we're able to stay on top of this well enough. I mean, many of them are seeing health deteriorate, but it's... You know, it deteriorates a bit, but as long as we get them healed up before it hits rock bottom, i.e. death, I think we're okay. Now, what's the deal with our wells up over here? Why is no one building? More research completed, that's good. Crap, where are you at? Baron, I thought you were building... I thought you were building this one. You are headed over right now. Okay, good. Good. Research complete. Let's stay on the ball with that as well. So that'll help the production of tools and clothes. Hopefully we'll actually see some value out of that sooner rather than later. Apprentices requires another work slot. I want to hold off on that for now. But I do think we should now then look at aquaculture again. Research that. And, okay, so 25 colonists are irradiated. This is being worked on, hopefully. Yes, resources are coming through. Good stuff. Resources here are coming through as well. Looks like some metal's being brought over. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Water is, Oh! Honestly, I feel like a huge weight has just been lifted. It's not over yet. 23 colonists are still irradiated. But wow, that, I will say, is perhaps the most tense I've been. I've been tense a couple of times in this playthrough. That was the most tense I've been. Good to know that our reserves are plentiful enough to sustain our current population and then some. Like, there's still, you know, we dug into our water reserves, but there's still plenty of it left. Wow, okay. Oh, that was stressful. that was stressful. That was stressful. But we're through it. We've made it through for the most part. These 23 colonists need to be taken care of course. And now we can take a look at getting these fields back in action, right? Make sure that we are focusing on what needs focusing on. Keep a couple of carriers around. Water is still a deficit situation over here. There we go. And hopefully these new wells will go a long way. Hopefully these new wells will go a long way. It needs a little bit of decontamination over here as well, it seems. Okay. Oh, I mean, look at that. Look at that. It was a problem. This was a serious problem. That was terrifying. Oh, my. But we're doing well over here. And hopefully our rushed solutions over here don't cost us. Now, the forester. Make sure we don't forget putting the forester back down. And I put you here if I rotate. I gotta destroy the roads. Man, why you gotta be like this? Why you gotta be like this? Okay. That's too bad. Alright, we'll get back to it. Specialists are ready for action. Let's deal with that first. Got some more parts coming through. We'll send them all out in, like, cars and stuff later again. Jin down over here on the topic of cars. Let's go ahead and keep you coming up this way. We'll now have 2 cars to send out 2 teams. I mean, there's a lot of cars out here. At least we'll have 2 cars to send out 2 teams to, you know, explore in larger variety of directions. And Satoshi finally making it to the science fair with hopefully enough currency to make a difference. He must be excited, heading to a science fair. Survival science. To the surprise of all involved, a fair few people have gathered on the makeshift fair site. Some are clean-cut and serious, others like a firebomb had just exploded on their face. A sizable crowd of curious onlookers has arrived to see what all the fuss is about. It's time to get this show on the road and announce the grand prize. I love this fame and glory. A major prize. I feel like, you know, the bigger the prize, the bigger people, well, like the bigger the attempt people will make, right? So let's go with a major prize. It's actually not that expensive. Your grand prize draws oohs and ahs, not just from the general crowd, but some of the scientists as well. Even the more serious ones perk up and start preparing their presentations in a hurry. You're shown a wide range of innovations and eccentric ideas relating to all aspects of wasteland survival, of which some would be groundbreaking even in the old world. This will definitely boost your own research and chances of survival. Man, 1,200, are you kidding me? Are we ever going to need to get more science points ever again? I do wish, something I will say again in the interest of feedback for an early access game, I do wish sometimes these science quests were, like, they resulted in things like, oh, you've gained 10%, you know, efficiency for this topic of research, or oh, you've unlocked 20% of this topic of research, or something like that. Because right now it just feels like, oh, I'm just collecting another resource. I would have loved, for example, you know, for this to end like, oh, a particularly compelling presentation about fish farms has taught you and given you progress for aquaculture. Obviously, and not in those terrible words, but you understand what I'm saying, right? That I feel like would make these science-specific events a bit more compelling. Because overall they are, but the science ones, they always kind of feel like they're... It's like, oh, I know how this one ends. I get science points. Now back to that forester. Colonists want to talk. Something about a landfill. Okay, listen. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I'll put the forester down up over here or something. It's you know, just as well. Sure. Maybe like this. I do hope the road will continue. Never know for sure. Personally. Put the road down, and let's go ahead and get the forester down. Which one is it again? This one? Yeah. Forester down over here. Good stuff. Colonists, what's going on? Two colonists approach you with sparkling eyes. An old landfill has been found, probably by the stench. It is not too far from here, although the smell is absolutely awful. It might have kept scavengers away from there until now, and valuable stuff might still lie among the waste. An expedition might prove lucrative, but most definitely dangerous without any equipment. An extra layer of clothing and a set of tools would go a long way in keeping the colonists safe and efficient. Oh man, oh no, I can hit escape, right? There's no X, so I keep thinking you can't wait. Let's wait. Let's see if we can't get one more piece of clothing done. And then we'll send them with proper equipment. I feel like it's necessary. Well, let's keep an eye on their thing over here, right? Keep an eye on the timer and keep an eye on the clothing as well. Want to make sure... Almost done. Want to make sure we stay on top of that. And it's about time we send out all of our... well, not all of our, but many of our specialists again, I think. We can add... Nope, let's not. Still just the one cloth. I could pick up the pace a little bit. I think they're idling right now because I think the worker isn't actually here right now. Which is, you know, fantastic. Are you arriving? Are you going to work over here? No. What if I cycle you in and out? Who's working here? Will you actually work here? Meanwhile, what should all these specialists do? And we're going to start... Yeah, we're going to start getting concrete soon enough. Now, you're actually... Power radius, I should check really quickly to make sure. Yes, this should be fine. I'll be shocked if it's not. Though let's go ahead and make sure that people are working on things. You know what? I might not be able to wait until clothing is done. Waiting for a worker. Where are you? What, are you just sleeping somewhere? Oh, there you are. Irradiated. Well, that's fair. Can I assign somebody else? No free carriers left. But did someone die? Alex is now an elder. That must be what did that there. New construction's finished. Okay. Ileana died of old age. That's what did it. That's what did it. Okay, so we have to kind of adjust our approach over here a little bit. Well, first of all, we don't need 18 colonists to irradiate. You know what? We actually do still need workers working the tents. What do we not need? We don't need planks. Well, we're not getting any planks. We got the concrete extractor here working. We're not producing enough energy for it. Okay, not ideal. We'll have to put down another wind turbine. Yikes. Lots happening here. Lots happening in Partyville. Large wind turbine. That produces a lot of energy. Well, I could put this down over here now, right? No reason not to. Basically, nothing's going to fit here, I assume. Sure. Sure, let's stack you over here. Yes. We've got the... We don't have the concrete for it. Okay. Put you down. Go ahead and get someone here. Grappa, you look closest. Get you picking up the concrete. What's the water looking like as well? Still filling up. We're still not at our full quantity. And I just need one more set of clothes. Waiting for a worker still. They're like so close to being done with it. I want to make sure we send them out. Just don't want to do it under, you know, ideal circumstances. Okay, power. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Yes, everything's fine. Sorry, I just got very nervous with the sudden loss of carriers, I guess. Now, what's the deal over here in terms of firewood? We still have plenty of firewood, actually. Plenty of food, too, actually. That's promising. What about, you know what? Let's reduce our water collection. For a little bit, not the end of the world. Okay, for a little bit, not the end of the world. Insufficient... Yeah, I'm well aware of that. Thank you very much. We have enough parts. We do have enough parts. We have enough metal. It's just the concrete. Yeah. Guys are close to giving up. Waiting for a worker still. I don't think we're going to be able to send them with maximized efficiency and safety. We'll send them still. They seem eager for the task. I'll give them permission. I hope they stay safe. One item of clothing away. The 2 colonists returned, smelling more foul than you ever thought possible. The expedition hit a few snags along the way, and one of them rather unsurprisingly caught some sort of disease. They didn't come back entirely empty-handed, but both are visibly disappointed by their haul. Wow, that's all we get. 9 metal for an infected colonist. That's really unfortunate. But again, we have the medical facilities to take care of that. So it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Though, honestly, we still have 17 irradiated colonists, which might be the end of the world. Alright, what are we looking at here? Metal is still being picked up. Is it? Not working normally. Okay, good. These guys are out of power as well, obviously. I really need to get battery stacks coming through as well. The large battery racks here. Wow. We'll need components soon. Will we ever need to store that much power? That's the other question. We'll just go with the small battery rack here. What the battery rack does is it stores surplus power. Oh, I think I explained this already. Let's get you to work over here. Oh no! Jack died of old age too. Ileana here doesn't adhere to strict morals, but rather judges every situation as is. The world is filled with shades of gray. Okay. Can't see Jack because Ileana's taking over, I suppose. Okay, fair enough. Satoshi, let's bring you back as well. Let's heal you up because he's pretty badly hurt. Gonna come back with some more parts over here as well in a couple of turns, and Jin will continue to make her way back with a vehicle too. Right? Moving? Not moving? Did you not move the last couple times either? Is right-clicking all the way up there not... Oh, dear. Turned a blind eye to that, maybe. Okay, alright, so this is a bit of a problem. Something to concern ourselves with. Where can I pull a worker away? I could pull a worker away from... Well, that's already the case. Pull a worker away from one of these environmental stations. Not terrible. Again, it's all a matter of when all this gets done, right? Planting still. 13 are irradiated. This, I mean, look, this needs to be taken care of, like, ASAP. Power shortage is really hurting us as well. Like, that needs to be taken care of ASAP as well. What's the deal here? Do we have enough concrete? Is that drop-off going to be enough? Looks like it is, so let's go ahead and get you working on this, please. This is an urgent requirement. Get everything up and running, including the acquisition of concrete itself. And what else? Let's go ahead and pick up the pace a little bit, I think. Areas infected, 13 are irradiated. How many are being taken care of? Health is okay, not great. Oof. This is not good. This is not good. Come on now, let's stay on top of this. Let's stay on top of this. We got tools. We got lots of tools because they've been brought back, right? So we could... Production limit? That's one way to do it. 2 more colonists are now elders. This is not good. Our age pyramid is very much not the way you want it to be. Very much the opposite of what you want it to be. Things are getting cleaned up over here, though. Okay, good stuff. 10 colonists are irradiated. 9 now. Okay, good. Natalie, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor, like, right now. This instant. Oh my god. I don't want to see that go down. Are we doing for parts? We're still okay? Yeah, we're still okay. Components as well. You know, we might actually want to go on a drive for that. Send our 2 scavengers out. But we don't have any electricity right now. Want to make sure we get to that. They return into practice. That's aquaculture completed. Ooh. Sophia died of old age. Okay. Cool. I was so worried that it was going to be of irradiation. Okay, so aquaculture is done. We want to get on that ASAP. Again, that's food production. produces some pollution. Accurate, but it is also a different kind of food. Now, clean water can be hard to come by, especially in dry climate. Blah 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 blah. This tells me that it does not require people, and that's huge. They are not limited by soil restrictions and can be placed on any soil. They do require power, though. 12 energy, not that bad. Not that bad. And that's a lot of water production as well, without the need for colonists, so we can get rid of our water collectors, right? That's what this would tell me, but I'm not sure. I feel like this tells me that you need a person. You know, like that says, yeah, you need somebody here, you need a worker here, you need a worker here. This tells me you don't need a worker. Yeah, work slots versus no work slots. Yep, okay, let's work on the boring methods then, I think. Rather than one of these. I think that's the right way to go here. Though honestly, Guardians is also feeling like the right way to go. God, so many options and they all feel like the right next call, you know? I'm gonna say boring methods. The hierarchy of needs, the pyramid of needs, however you want to put it. Let's adhere to that a little bit. Over here, this is almost done, I think. Back to health, back to work. Sure, that's one way to look at life, I suppose. Take a minute from time to time. Let's get you working on this as well. Get you working on this. Guys just lazing about. Can't have that. Let's get you working on this too. Let's get you working on this, actually. Okay. 6 colonists are irradiated. I really want to come through this okay. I really want to come through this okay. Coming up over here. You're going to get taken care of. We have a couple in here who I think are of low health. Wish I could see. Why can't I? Or like see their details, you know? God, go take care of yourself. I'm begging you. Get you back in over here. Jin, where are you at? Get you coming up. Let's go. Oh yeah, no, that definitely gives the order. Okay, cool. Alright, almost ready to power everything up. Nope, still need a couple of components. They should be stored at the warehouse, right? Yeah, they should be close enough. I guess some of them were back over here, though. They had to be adjusted. Well, Satoshi, you're right up there, so let's go ahead and get you working on this. Alright, water well is completed. Good stuff, good stuff. Those emergency wells are hopefully going to prove their value. Let's deal with the decontamination over here. A little bit of it required. Alright, good stuff. This needs decontaminating. Yep. And again, water. Oh, these guys now lack power, not water. How long until this is done? Alright, good. Construction has started. Okay. Just the red pop. I was like, no, I'm waiting. Oh no, Mila, please, Mia, or however your name is said. Looks like you're going to get taken care of. Okay. I'm sorry for obsessing over it, but it really it is something I prioritize personally. It's just like, I don't want people to die. Of old age is one thing, you know. Time is the... what are you doing? Zachary. Okay. Being treated. Oh, okay. Whew. Natalie is now an adult. Congratulations, Natalie. Lazy. Educated, though. That's good. Good to see the school is getting some work done. Large wind turbine is completed as well. Look at that beauty. Look at that. Alongside the battery rack as well. So hopefully, yeah, storage is taking place now. These guys will be up and running, and we will be 56% efficiency. Why do you say that? Why not 100%? You're on a large deposit. Over here, we'll want to get the sawmill up and running as well. Well, no, we'll wait until all the medical needs are taken care of. Though really, only 3 colonists irradiated, which means we don't need everybody working full staffed anymore. I think we're good to move on from that. Let's go ahead and make sure we continue acquiring planks. I don't see where the balance went there. We got rid of 2 workers over here. I guess we didn't have a balance. Jeez. Well, as soon as these guys are done being taken care of, I'll be able to remove the workers over here as well, so we can hopefully get a bit of a balance from that. Food looks a little bit better, so that's promising too. This over here looks like we need to get someone to plant. There is so many moving parts right now. So many moving parts right now. 2 colonists irradiated still, that's fine. Water collection, we can... I don't want to be in a deficit. Don't want to be in a deficit. Alright, okay, good stuff, good stuff. I would also like to actually have proper housing again, just a reminder for everybody. Again, getting some conveyor belts and stuff researched and unlocked will help with the efficiency and whatnot, so that's obviously a potential solution. Let's also work on getting our next party out over in the off-roader. Waiting for resources. Do we have? Yeah, we've got a fair bit of fuel, so that's good. Someone's at the gate. A hooded figure wants to talk to you. Well, I'm glad all of our specialists are home. I suppose I should say that. Let me just do a quick check over here. What are we looking at? Up over here, you're almost done being treated. You're almost all done being treated. These guys out over here. All right, let's pick the pace up a little bit. I would like to free up these 2 workers. I think I can at least free 1 up. Guys, looking sketchy. Are you serious? You're gonna stop treating in the middle? All right, fine. I was hoping to like finish all the treating before we engaged in this. What do you want over here? Look at that. That's sketchy. Maybe he's just here to trade, but I don't like what his backpack looks like. I'm not gonna lie. Lone Wanderer. Man, you can't look that sketchy. You can't look that sketchy. Okay, hold on. Can I? We've got 3 people at the gate. You know what? There's a source of potential workers. Go ahead and pull everybody up front over here, please, quickly. Yeah, got them all selected. They're all coming over. Go on, pick a fight. I dare you, buddy. I dare you. Do this. We'll let him in. Again, he might seem threatening, but don't judge a book by its cover, right? A man approaches the gate, dressed in a beaten old trench coat and burying his face inside a large hood. He remains tight-lipped about his exact origins or motives, but offers to join the colony and help out working as a scientist. He's constantly looking over his shoulder while talking, and seems overall nervous. Okay. Open the gate and let the wanderer in. Wait, really? You're just going to let me in? No one's ever done that. You should really be more careful. Despite his words, the lone wanderer is impressed by your hospitality. He wanders around the colony a while and comes back asking, could I maybe, join you and stay here? Yeah, buddy. Absolutely, just don't be so sketchy. That's all, just don't be so sketchy. Alright, just a couple of irradiated individuals left to be treated over here, looks like. Yeah, we're almost all done over here. Wow, okay. Gotta send all these specialists out, at least our scavengers. Power is up and running again. A real picture of health indeed. Oh, there we go. This makes me so much happier just to see that she's up over here being taken care of. The last irradiated one needs taken care of and is being treated. Okay, wonderful. So we need to send our colonists, our specialists back out to scavenge some more goods. I mean, concrete hopefully is being produced at a decent rate. I believe each of these is 7, right? Maybe we do need conveyor belts sooner than I had initially anticipated. We'll get to work on that. Our tools, I mean, we got a lot from the world. Erica died of old age. We have lost many people to old age this session. Many people to old age this session. Can't see the little note up over here, unfortunately. But at least it was all to old age and nothing else. Right, so let's go ahead and do that, first of all. Wow. Okay, well, I'm glad. Let's keep one person up over here. Growing. Don't need you assigned over here. Growing. Don't need you assigned over here. Okay, good. At least that's something. Growing, so don't need you assigned over here either. Need to stay on top of this a lot more rigidly. Looks like all the irradiated colonists have been taken care of. We survived the fallout. We've pushed through. We have more food than we did before the fallout, arrived, or as it came through. We ended up, sustainable there. Water was okay. Everything was good. Very pleased with how that went. Concrete, which was the major concern from here, really is being solved right now as well. And I'm glad we went scouting and found the little ruins and whatnot, and we picked those up. Lots of good progress today, I would say. Lots of good progress technologically, as well as just in terms of making sure things are, again, getting a bit more sustainable. Might want to get some more, well, let's not... That time it was unintended. let's not put down any more wells. Let's wait until this boring well, is done being researched, and then we can look at that. We'll definitely need more power, and I'm trying to figure out where I want to establish like a nice big, wind power farm, if you will. We're going to have another concrete excavator over here, a plastic excavator over here, perhaps. Well, no, plastic excavator over here, metal excavator over here. So maybe we have our power, like our big power generation happening like over here. It just feels like a fitting place for it all. But nonetheless, that's all stuff to think about next time. Folks, this is where we're going to call it. I'm glad we made it through the fallout. That was my hope for this session, was to see all of those irradiated colonists healed up and doing well. Of course, we lost a couple of lives to old age, but time, time above all is the inevitable killer, I suppose. I hope you all enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. Again, just as a reminder, we are going to extend this a little bit further as far as a mini Let's Play is concerned. We're at least going to get an episode 9 this Thursday and an episode 10 this Friday. And if you want to see more on the channel, you keep letting me know. And, when you've seen the result. You've seen the result with this mini Let's Play. Really excited with how things are going, though. Honestly, just absolutely loving this game right now. Loving the curveballs it throws my way and how it keeps me on my toes. Partly because of my my willingness to, my foolish desire to get attached to people, I suppose. But folks, as always, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.